Good morning, Class 3 and Class 4. Welcome to your reading for today. We're going to have a go today at reading some more of Titus Rules, okay? I'd like you to have a go at reading chapters 11 and 12, please. Your questions for today is, what do you think the word bewildered means? What did the Queen give to Titus as a treat to say well done? What was Sir Gregory Collimore's job? How do you think Prince Philip felt when Titus tugged on his trouser leg? And can you please summarise chapter 12? Okay, so the word bewildered means confused and puzzled. The Queen gave Titus a chocolate digestive biscuit. Sir Gregory Collimore's job was the comptroller of the Queen's household at Windsor Castle. Prince Philip felt annoyed and angry because he thought that he was just being a nuisance. He didn't realise, obviously, that he was trying to tell him something. And a quick summary of chapter 12. So Sir Gregory Collimore left his cigarette burning in his office. It rolled onto some papers and set fire to them. Titus smelt the burning paper when walking down the corridor, so tugged at Prince Philip's trouser leg to warn him. Prince Philip put out the fire with a large painting, and then he and Titus went to tell the Queen. The Queen rewarded Titus with custard creams, and she even gave one to Prince Philip.
Good morning, Class 3 and Class 4. We're on Wednesday, the 15th of July. And you've got Miss Cunnington again for your writing lesson. Okay, so here is an example of a newspaper article about a diamond being stolen. Now, year 4, you will have read this, I believe. I think we did it together last year, and we might have looked at it again this year. We started looking at newspapers not too long before lockdown, so I really thought it would be a nice opportunity for us to have another go at informing the reader through a newspaper report. Okay, so have a little look at the newspaper on the screen, try and see if you can remember it from when we last looked at it, and think about what you noticed. So straight away I notice up here we've got the newspaper name, which is the Evening Post. We have the date here, that's quite a while ago. We've got a nice picture here, and then the title isn't actually at the top of the text, it's actually right here underneath the big picture, and the title is Thieves Snatch Famous Diamond in Daylight Robbery. Then underneath it's got the author, or the reporter, who's reported this article. You'll notice that the text doesn't go sort of across the whole page. This is set out in columns, okay? It's in 3 columns. We've got a picture of the diamond that was taken there, and then we've got a quote here. It must have been an inside job, claims Chief Superintendent Andy Campbell. So we've got a little quote there from a police officer that's working the case. Now, this whole article, I won't read the whole thing for you, but it just tells the reader and informs the reader about the particular robbery that happened, and it gives lots of details. It's in chronological order, and it gives you a little bit of information to begin with here. So the champagne diamond, one of the world's most famous jewels, has been stolen. So using present perfect tense, has been stolen from the London home of American movie stars Jasper Stone and his wife Serena Slade. Police described this morning's theft as a bold and daring daytime robbery. Serena was to have worn the diamond at tomorrow's Royal International Film Awards ceremony at the Dorchester Hotel, where she is expected to win this year's Best Film Actress award. So it then goes on to tell you exactly what happened. You can see that we use direct speech. So here, I couldn't believe it when I heard that the diamond had been stolen, exclaimed Mr. Stone. Serena is devastated. She doesn't normally bring her jewellery on our travels, particularly the precious champagne diamond necklace. So we've got a quote there from the husband who was involved with it. And then we've got some eyewitness accounts as well later on. Now, it tells you the story of what happened in chronological order, so in the order that the events happened. And so this is a good example for you for thinking, writing your own newspaper report. That's going to be about the Queen's hero, Titus. So now there's lots of information we've got about Titus, but I want you to think about all the things that Titus has done to become the Queen's favourite and to become the Queen's hero. Now we've completed the story, you'll be able to give lots of information about the things that Titus has been up to in Windsor Castle. Now today we're just going to plan it, and we might end up writing it over 2 days because newspapers can be quite long. And I really want you to have a go at carefully, especially with the presentation of this. So your task today is just to plan the newspaper report about the Queen's hero. So over to the side here, we've got a help list to help you out. So think about what the name of your newspaper is going to be, what your story headline might be. So you might want to use alliteration there to engage your reader and make them want to carry on reading. And then I want you to plan out the main events in chronological order. So think about what's happened with the Queen's Jewels. You could use your opportunity to write simply just about that entire thing and use what you've done this week, or you can give the readers lots of information about that that Titus has done to become the Queen's hero. Okay, it is up to you. You can challenge yourself to write about all the different things, or if you just want to focus on one thing, perhaps the robbery, then that is absolutely fine. You can write your newspaper report on that. But I want you to have fun with it. Today you're just planning it, and we'll start writing tomorrow. Good morning, class 3. We're on Wednesday, the 15th of July, and today we're going to be comparing numbers. So yesterday we looked at comparing objects, so we were just using representation of numbers. If you're at home, then you would have probably gone to using numbers by converting those representations straight away into numbers and comparing them that way, which means you will fly through today's really quickly. Okie dokie, so here we've got less representations and we're looking more at the numbers. Some of these numbers though we are already in sort of like place value charts to help you as well. So again, if you've got to tick things, you're just going to have to write the numbers in your book and then tick it, that's fine. Or you could just write the correct number in your book. So number 1 says which number is smallest. It's really important that you check the words and the language being used, okay? This has tricked so many people in school that I've been working with, and when they haven't read it carefully, when it says to circle or whether it wants the smallest or the greatest. So it's really important that you read the question carefully. So here, which number is smallest? You're going to tick your answer, or you're going to write the answer down if you're at home. Number 2, which number is the greatest? And number 3, tick the greatest number, okay? Number 4, circle all the numbers that are greater than 350, okay? So if you're at home, you're just going to write down those numbers that are greater than 350. Number 5, circle all the numbers less than 718, okay? And at home, you're just going to write those down. 6, write greater than, less than, or equal to make the statements correct. So you're just comparing these pairs, these two amounts, okay? So at home, you can just write down the amount that is, oh no, sorry, at home, you will have to write the two amounts and the symbol in between. Okay, so number 7, you need to write the missing phrase. So you've got two numbers here. So for A, you've got 328 and then you've got 344. And there's a big gap in the middle, and you've got to say whether that first number is less than or greater than that last number. Okay. Number 8, we've got 2 films on at the cinema here. So we've got Steelman, and the running time is 200 minutes. And we've got Arctic Adventure, and the running time is 185 minutes. Which film lasts the longest? And that's all you've got to do. Tell me which one lasts the longest by looking at the running time. Number 9, you're just comparing all these different pairs of numbers, okay, using one of those 3 symbols. Number 10, what is the missing digit going to be? Okay, so remember, so for example, for A, 621 is made up of 3 digits. We've got a 6, a 2, and a 1. Each of those numbers are digits. When they're put together, we use our place value understanding to know that that 6 represents 600, so that 2 represents 2 tens, and that 1 represents 1 unit. So you've got to put a digit here to complete this number. So 621 is greater than something 124. So what digit could you put in that hundreds place to make that statement true? Okay, so you've got to check which digit's missing. So for that first one, it's our hundreds digit is missing. The second one, it's our tens digit because we've got 600 and something 4. Okay, and same with all of those. And then number 11, write all the possible missing digits. Okay, so you're doing the same as you did for number 10, but there's obviously going to be more than one answer. So you need to write all the possibilities. Okay, good luck with that then, guys. Pause it now, and then when you're ready to look at the answers, press play. Okay, so here are your answers, guys. The only one that might be a little bit confusing perhaps is number 10B, where it says it could be any digit. So that's what it says, it could be any digit. Okay, so well done if you got all of those right. Don't stress if you didn't. If you made any mistakes, just have a little look at where you went wrong to help with your understanding. Well done, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.